So, as the year comes to its end, it's time to dissect Rachel Reeves' budget, a fiscal manoeuvre that promised stability but instead has left us teetering on the edge of stagnation, on the brink of stagnation. Not my opinion, but the opinion of the Bank of England. The Bank of England's latest verdict is damning. Zero growth predicted for the final quarter of 2024, inflation stubbornly above target, and businesses reacting with a grim combination of job cuts and price hikes. And the Governor, Andrew Bailey, may have delivered his statements with characteristic caution, but make no mistake, this is a rebuke aimed squarely at the Chancellor, Rachel Reeves. The Bank of England held interest rates at 4.75%, a wait-and-see decision driven by conflicting pressures. Inflation creeping upward, now at 2.6%, and an economy flatlining under the weight of Reeves' tax raids and wage increases. Businesses already grappling with a £25 billion national insurance hike have responded predictably by tightening their belts. For workers, this means fewer jobs. For consumers, it means higher prices. It's a vicious cycle not unlike punishing the horse that pulls the cart already loaded with the squalid remains of Brexit. Reeves' budget has been labelled many things: bold, necessary, even reckless, but the common thread is the deliberate infliction of pain on specific groups. Farmers up in arms over inheritance tax reforms. Middle-income earners already squeezed by frozen thresholds and Brexit are now hit with cuts to fuel allowances and pension clawbacks. Businesses face a higher employers' national insurance rate and risk and face rising minimum wages. The Chancellor may argue that these measures are part of a broader strategy to stabilise the economy, but stability comes at a cost, and this budget, laden with the VAT increases, stealth taxes, targeted cuts, seems to have drained the economy of its remaining vigour. The Bank's Monetary Policy Committee, the MPC, revealed a growing split. 6 members voted to hold rates steady, while 3 advocated for a cut. And this dissent underscores the precarious balance the bank is trying to strike between controlling inflation and stimulating growth. Deputy Governor Dave Ramsden and external member Swati Dhingra, who favoured cuts, reflected concerns about the economy's stagnation and the labour market's fragility. Bailey, however, insists on a gradual approach to rate cuts, emphasising the need to sustain progress towards the 2% inflation target, and his caution is understandable. Wage growth remains strong. Average earnings rose by 5.2% in the 3 months to October, and the global uncertainties such as Donald Trump's proposed tariffs loom large. The bank's decision is undoubtedly a blow to Keir Starmer's government, which has pledged to improve living standards and make Britain the fastest-growing G7 economy. Starmer, in his characteristic optimism, insists that these challenges will be overcome, though even he admits that progress will take some time. His statement, "It can't all be fixed by Christmas," is a tacit acknowledgement of the depth of the current economic malaise. Yet the Prime Minister's confidence in defying economic forecasts feels more aspirational than grounded. And the bank's projections are clear. Sluggish growth and persistent inflation will define the months ahead, leaving little room for political spin. It's hard to ignore the targeted nature of the pain inflicted by this budget. Reeves has claimed to protect working people's pay slips by freezing fuel duty and raising the national living wage, but these measures are cold comfort for those grappling with the broader economic fallout. This budget appears designed to secure short-term fiscal stability at the expense of real long-term growth and social equity. And the Bank of England has in effect delivered a reality check. Its warnings about heightened uncertainty and stagflationary pressures should not be dismissed lightly. Reeves' budget has left the economy not with the virtuous stability promised, but with a stifling stagnation that threatens to undermine Labour's broader ambitions. In other words, it's a serious mark down by the head teacher in the Bank of England. Rachel Reeves has failed. The Bank of England's judgment is more than an economic forecast. It's a reflection of the choices made by this government. It's a judgment. As the Chancellor defends her budget and the Prime Minister talks of brighter days ahead, the reality is grim. For businesses, workers and consumers, the future is not rosy. Reeves' budget may have been an attempt to stabilise the ship, but it's actually caused a serious sway and possibly a potential capsize. In doing so, she may have anchored the ship in the shallow waters of stagnation. The question is how long we can afford to wait there for any promised benefits to these policies until her hopes materialise. For now, the answer remains uncertain. Much like the path of interest rates, inflation and growth in the coming month are utterly unclear. If this is the ship of state, Reeves has set it on a course that is uncharted, uncertain, and at the moment looks as if it's on the rocks.